Mm. Come on in the room. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I am the Divine Maverick, also known as the mother of twins, helping you along this twin flame journey. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for coming in the room. Y'all come in the room. This is going to be so good. This is going to be so good. This is going to be so good. There is a message for those of you. This is for the lovers. This is for the lovers only. This is for the lovers only. But here's what I would promise you. If you stay, even if you have been scorned, you've been scorned, used, talked about, misused, or whatever, being rude, or whatever. But if you've been hurt, I ask you to stay here for a minute with us. Just stay for a minute with us. Trigger alert, trigger warning, whatever you want to say. But don't leave. Don't leave me this way. I can't survive. I can't stay alive without your love. Y'all, I went to church today. I haven't been inside a church in 3 years. It was my own, but if you just joined me, I'm a former pastor, and I'm over here on this side talking, still talking real good, still more connected to the spirit than I've ever been. Welcome. I am the Divine Maverick, also known as the mother of twins. Call myself that. I didn't name myself. Somebody named me 2 years ago or something. Say the mother of twins because I don't know. Maybe it's my mothering, nurturing energy. But I love you. I'm gonna cut you, but I love Risha. But I love you. But listen, if this is your first time watching, I like to do an energetic exchange. When I'm starting to talk real good and I say put it in the chat, I need you to put in the comment section that phrase that I gave you, okay? We're going to have a good time because I got to tell y'all about this Quinceñara revelation I got today. It all ties in because I told you it's been 3 years, but I went to a church today in order to support my son, who is a very viable and valuable part of a band. Hello, shout out to the musicians out there. Shout out to the praise teamers. Shout out to the worshipers in the house today. But my son is a part of a group family, that this amazing Guatemalan family. And they love him and we love them too, right? And they actually attended our church for a little while. You know, they come visit a lot. And it's like the Jackson 5 or something because all the kids play instruments and it's just a really beautiful sound that they make. But I got to tell you about this revelation because they wanted my son to be a part of their ministry today. And I thought it was a church service, but it turns out it was a quinceañera. All right, the rite of passage. The Latin countries, Latin American, ora basita, Mexican, ora bashanda basita. I don't want to offend nobody, but I'm saying, you know, our cousins, Ishe Dolo. It's a rite of passage for a girl when she turns 15. But watch this. Let me tell you what was crazy. See, I thought I was just going to, you know, regular service, hear the praise band, which my son is a part of with this beautiful family, and they none of them, you know, it was an all Spanish speaking church. I'm boning up on my Spanish, but I'm not there yet. I speak French. But I'm boning up and leveling up in my Spanish, okay? Because my heart, mi corazón knew what was being said to me, what was being spoken. My heart interpreted what was being spoken around me, but it was a beautiful, beautiful moment, and it was a beautiful time of worship because I was able to not be Pastor Yolanda, but I was just able to sit there and receive. You know how I'm talking to those of you who are always giving, those of you who are always being called upon. If you sing, you're always singing. If you're a good speaker, you're always speaking or emceeing. If you play records really well, every time the party gets started, you're the ones that they call because you know how to spin the records. If you're good with children, you're always the ones with taking care of the kids. It's your responsibility to see what the kids are going to do with the, you know, for 4th of July. See what the kids are going to do next summer. What are we going to do with the kids? You know, you're good at that. So you know what I mean? You're always called upon. So today it was just good for me to go to support my son, my seed, watching him blossom in his gifts and talents. And it was also, I heard Spirit say to me this morning, you're going, because they were going to take him. You know, it was fine. Because Sundays are my day of rest. You know what I'm saying? This is when I don't do anything. I unplug, right? And so when Spirit said for me to go, I knew there was going to be something special there for me, but I had no idea. So anyway, I'm in this church, this iglesia, Ratomosa, and I see as I pull in this huge tent. Now the colors, y'all, are turquoise, white, and gold. All right. I would even say ivory, like white, pure white. And then there's an ivory, like a golden tone. But those colors might mean something to somebody. But the colors were beautiful. And I'm like, oh, they're having a party. And I see this big sign and it says Quinceñara. And I'm like, what is that? What is going on? So, oh my goodness. And first thing I did think really was wedding reception, because that's what it looked like. They had the white tent and everything. You know, it was beautiful, right? Even the chairs had the little, y'all know, the little bow ties in the back. Just gorgeous, right? So anyway, and somebody said, what does this have to do with the message? I'm already in the message. I'm giving you the message. I'm telling you to get ready. You already have an intuition about somebody is going to propose to you. Your relationship is going to another level. There is a commitment on the way to you. There is a divine connection. The love of your life is here. It's here. It's not coming. It's here. You are prime, baby. All they're doing now is fluffing your veil, and they get ready to stand you up from the chair you were sitting on. All they're about to do is they just gonna fluff it. Did somebody just say, I'm just being fluffed right now? I'm fluffed. They're fluffing me right now. Put it in the chat. They're fluffing me right now. Oh, Shamanda Sata. I told y'all this is for the lovers. So if you're just joining me, here's my disclaimer. This one is for those of you who are gonna just gangster this journey out, and you're just gonna love unconditionally, and you're gonna, if you gotta keep breaking, you're gonna keep breaking. If you sorry, I was reading somebody saying something on my website. I was like, thank you for the shout out. Yeah, go to my website. I would love to talk to you one-on-one. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna stop. See, I shouldn't have read the chat. See, and that's another thing. That's a message, because you get distracted. Now, see, I was telling y'all something, making a point, but then I stopped what I was doing to read because something caught my eye. So you got to be careful in these times that you're in right now, because something will catch your eye. Now, for some of you, that could be temptation, meaning you see other people or other things that you could be doing or you'd rather be doing, especially when you feeling like you're being left out in the cold or left out to wander, right? And then for others of you, the temptation is for you to not. The temptation is for you to know that this is supposed to be your destiny, but something in you is saying, I won't, I can't. It's like you're using your willpower to deny it all because the pain has been so great, right? And that's why it's going to be such even a bigger blessing for those of you who are getting this message right now, because I know that when I was there, it was an appointed time. I also know that it was about me seeing this event for this young girl. I also know that the number 5 is probably significant to some of y'all. 50 is significant. 51 and 52 is significant for some of y'all that are listening to this. But I'm saying, I know that I was supposed to, because Spirit said, I want you to go. I want you to go, and I need you to be at that service. And I did. And when I got there, when we were in worship and I realized what they were doing, I was like, oh, this is a setup. And when I saw the young lady that was the quinceañera, when I saw her, she looked like a princess bride. Now, for some of y'all, this is a very specific message. For the rest of y'all, just hold on a minute, because I've got to give this. If you were a daddy's girl, if you are a daddy's girl, you know, this message is for you, because you are a princess bride. I'm not saying that you are not a queen, but I am also saying that the princess part of you very, very much needs to be nurtured, wants to be seen, wants to be heard, wants to be loved. If your father is already transitioned, then yes, you miss that kind of protection, that kind of adoration, that kind of care. If your father is still here, then this is what you are looking for in the divine partner that you feel like you are engaged with. And the reason why you all are not together is because, truth be told, you don't see those attributes. I said yet, or shabasa, or some of you just right now, you're starting to see those attributes. Now listen, don't get offended when I say this, but I'm gonna be honest. Some of y'all divine masculines remind you of your daddy, especially if you were a princess bride, because you are a princess bride, very much a queen, but also yet a princess. That could even be your inner child. But I'm saying to you all, your daddies have been arranging this for you, because it is a rite of passage. Now, let me tell you what the quinceañera is. It is a rite of passage and a birthday party, because it happens on your 15th birthday. But guess what the rite of passage is? It's into womanhood. It simply lets the world know you are ready to step into big girl. Somebody put it in the chat, big girl panties. Big girl panties. Put it in the chat. Oh, shabasata. See, you stepped into your big girl panties when this crazy love, this unusual love, this love that gave you so much confusion, threw you for loop after loop after loop till you broke cycle cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle. And when you did that, all of a sudden, here you are. You're grown now. So that you have marked your rite of passage is you put childish things behind, like getting throwing a tantrum when they're ghosting. But now when they ghost, you like, well, bye. Come back in the spirit. Now you don't freak out. You just keep going forward. Somebody say, I don't freak, I forward. I don't freak, I forward. Put it in the chat. But you don't freak. You just like, okay, you don't want to talk. Clearly somebody doesn't want to talk. Clearly somebody needs some time away. Clearly somebody needs some introspection and reflection time. See what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about. That rite of passage. The Quinceñara marks your rite of passage into womanhood. But it gets better than that. Put this in the chat. Put it gets better. It gets better. Put that in the chat. It gets better because it also marks her, watch this, her purity and her readiness for marriage. If I wasn't looking so cute sitting in this chair talking to you, I would get up and I would run around my house 7 times and I would shout on the 7th. I promise you. And I know that was churchy, but baby, it's Sunday. Let's do it. Pop your collar. Don't come for me. But you know what I'm saying? I would run right now. Listen, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again because I need the people in the back and the people that are trying to watch the BET Awards right now to feel this thing in the spirit, because I'm trying to send something out into the stratosphere, atmosphere that's going to change your life, that's going to change the trajectory of your life, the alignment that you are in. See, baby, I'm on purpose. I'm on my purpose, and my purpose is to give you this message. So I'm going to say it again. The Quinceñara is a rite of passage and a birthday party. Some of y'all just had a birthday. Some of y'all got a birthday coming, and some of y'all had a birthday pass. Either way, baby, you're born again. Either way, it's another time around. That's a word for somebody. There's going to be another time around. Just hold on. Hang in there. Don't give up. Persevere. Even though you feel like giving up, keep trying. That's the definition of perseverance. Y'all, let me sip a little bit of water before y'all kill me. Hey, Masha. But if you kill me, all I'm going to do is come back to life. If you kill me, all I'm going to do is all I'm going to do is reanimate. All I'm going to do is live again. All I'm going to do is resurrect. Like I said, if anything that's dying around you, you better believe there's something coming in the place of it that's going to be better. Or it's going to be that thing that needed to die off anyway. It's going to come back, baby, smoother, cooler, longer, shinier, richer, healed, healed, Ishamanda. Somebody healed her. Robo Shadabasia. Who healed her? Ibo Shandabasi. What healed her? Robo Shikebasanda de Beso. Meletam Yukushinan, the Biaso Tokora. Mere de Biosuri Tama. Irabe Shandobusi. Ale Kutumon Sabadekene Roma. Meresi Tloma Sikosha de Anda. Oba ishikileba andoro sibi ashejo emolo ni ma sikite alomo shak nemo sitane mi lomna sikite da brahman sede boramati lukramada basanda bashok na mandise nola. Give up on us? Never. Give up on us? Never. Why would I? How could I? When would I? Elobo rabo boshande besete ibolobo rababa bosata ba inda boshanda da basaya. So the Quinceñara, marks a rite of passage into womanhood. And it also marks a time that says you are pure enough and you are ready for marriage. I just heard, I am ready for love. India.re. I'm ready for love. You are the purity of your love. Isha, the purity of your thoughts. Because many of us had to purify our thoughts about this thing. Many of us had to purify and purge from inner criticism, the self-criticism, the self-loathing, the second guessing, the regret. The remorse of things that we've done in the past, the fear of going forward and getting the same thing. Many of us had to really get rid of a lot of things. And so we had to purify our motives and purify our hearts. And we had to flow in unconditional love. And then even when it killed us, we had to flow in unconditional love again, because it was the love that we had for this relationship that kept bringing us back to life when it kept killing us. The very thing that was killing you was the very thing that was giving you life. Oh, so I know Spirit had me in this church with all the Spanish speaking people feeling the vibrations versus hearing the words. Feeling the vibrations versus getting the interpretation, because the interpretation was found in the vibrations that I was feeling. See, love by the way it feels. Love by the way it feels. Love by the way it feels. Isha is husband. Isha means husband. Hebrew, Aramaic, I speak tongues of men and angels. But inside all of us, there are codes. And as I'm speaking in this light language, codes are being unlocked for you. That's why the spoken word is so important. That's why gathering and fellowship is so important. That is why being in alignment with people that are like-minded, so the same frequency, high vibe, is so important. Because you have codes that need to be unlocked. And so if you're locked up, that means you are around people that cannot unlock you or activate you. And you must find yourselves a catalyst. You must find you somebody that can activate you and inspire you. That's why we're waiting for you all to activate and speak and write and teach and sing and dance and lead and discover, because I'm talking to the explorers right now. But that's why we need you to get into position, because you are somebody's key. You are the key to somebody. You are the key. So keep going. So I'm here watching this beautiful young girl in this beautiful, amazing dress, and she had the big hoop. I mean, I'm telling you, she looked amazing. And her flower girl, I could have picked this girl up and just bit those cheeks. I mean, when I tell you she was she was just perfect. The basket of flowers, they were throwing pink and red and white rose petals. That is a message for somebody. Pink, red, and white rose petals. And it was so beautiful. Like she literally it felt like I was at a wedding. And it was crazy because I was like, okay, Spirit. You ever had Spirit do something to you and you're just like, wow, you must really love me. You know what I mean? Like something happens and you're like, you know what? I'm going to stop doubting that I am loved. I am going to stop doubting. That's what I'm talking about. And that's how I felt when I was there. Because I was like, you brought me here for such a time as this. You wanted me to see this girl's birthday party / rite of passage into womanhood, which tells the world you are pure and you are ready for marriage. She even had a man, it could be her father, but her father had passed over. And so there was another man in his stead that made her dad a promise before he transitioned that he would take care of her. It was so beautiful. And he watched this and he put a ring on her finger, and they even called it a promise ring. When I tell you that this ring looked like it was a wedding band, it was a diamond and it had a band around it as well. It looked like a wedding set. I promise you, it was a marquise cut. So that's somebody wants a marquise cut, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a marquise cut engagement ring, and it's an eternity band, diamonds all around. That's what I'm seeing. And somebody just wants crystals, Swarovski. I can never say that word, Swarovski. But you want those crystals. You don't even want diamonds. That's somebody. Somebody just wants a plain gold band. I'm seeing all these kind of rings. That's what I'm seeing. Now I just saw the letter G. So you could be dealing with someone that's a mason. So chimanshito no. Or old dog. Somebody that's in a fraternity. Or very loyal to his fraternity and his brothers. You could be dealing with somebody from a very big family with many brothers. And even maybe a lot of sisters. You could be friends with the person's sister that's going to marry you, that wants to marry you, because the family knows, and the family's preparing for you. They're preparing for this. They've been preparing for a long time. The person that you're dealing with has been preparing for a long time. I didn't say this word was going to be for everybody, but those of you who can bear to hear it because you don't know yet, what's in store for you because it's been a little bumpy. I'm telling you, somebody just asked me, what if you're already married? Then I would say, then it's about you growing up. It's about you taking ownership and responsibility of your side, of your stuff, and growing up within this marriage. It's no more blame game. That was the problem in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were blaming each other. And we're never supposed to blame each other. We're actually supposed to help one another. We're supposed to compliment one another. They're not you and you're not them. I know we're twins, but when it comes to working, doing our being in the right energies and the balance of energies, it's not like that. It's not the blame. It's like you're supposed to be the male is supposed to be aggressive when you're talking about the balance of energy. It is that male going forward and being a tenacious like a bulldog and not letting go, not backing down is what balances with that soft, let's wait, let's trust, let's surrender energy. So if everybody would just get in their places, if everybody would just do their part with their energy. So you have to learn how to discern because even in your relationship, if you are more divine feminine, there are going to be times in your connection where you're going to move right into that masculine role. That's why we say, should I call? Should I reach out? But what's your heart space saying? Are you reaching out because you're codependent and needy and you're afraid of abandonment? Is it distorted feminine energy that thinks it has to be dramatic or overly, sentimental? How could you? You know what I mean? Or is it masculine energy that says, you know what? I'm sick of this foolishness. I'm taking the high road. I'm not going to ignore you because I love you and I admit it. I love you unconditionally. Nothing you can do is going to separate my love from you. That would be a masculine taking control and authority, saying, I don't care about my ego. I shed myself of my ego. I'm going to make the call, or I'm going to show up in the middle of the night with the money or with the ring or with the keys. I don't know, with the car, So I'm saying somebody stole somebody's car, somebody's counterpart. Yeah, okay. Anyway. All right, you guys. All right. So anyway, it was a beautiful. I'm gonna take all these because these wanted to show, so I'll take these. So it was a beautiful ceremony, and it was such a confirmation for me to tell those of you who in the collective that know where you are on your timeline that you are so close. Matter of fact, look. Oh my gosh, we have it twice. Unrequited love retreat. Somebody left somebody to make it right to you, to take you somewhere. And look how they're dressed. Look how they're dressed, guys. She's in a wedding gown. He's in a black tuxedo. You see that? Black and white. That's that yin and yang energy as well. And a yin and yang message. But you see that? But that unrequited love, there's not enough chemistry. They had to leave something behind, right? They wanted to go where they could really extend their lighthearted energy. They had to go where they could flirt. See, there's a playful, sexy, openness right now that's coming into your relationship. You know what I mean? A sexy, airy. It feels very airy. Feels very feels like your thoughts, like when those haunting thoughts try to get you. I feel like you don't fall for it long. You might but you don't fall for it long. Look at this. It's safe for you to love. It opened up your heart to receive the highest energy of all. And that is that rite of passage into womanhood, into maturity, into the mature things, because you realize that unconditional love is not a bad thing. Vulnerability is no longer a bad thing. Vulnerability actually has served you to give you more power and more freedom because you just don't care. You know what I mean? You open up the truest, most authentic part of yourself and let the chips fall where they may. That's a big, big level of maturity that you have attained. And it's beautiful. And watch this. Look at the next card. The next two cards. Worth waiting for and true love. Okay? You have been waiting for a long time, but your wait is over. Divine timing is at work in your life right now. And your true love is on the way. This is and has been and always will be the romance for you of a lifetime. For some of you, you are going to be marrying somebody that you have loved for a lifetime upon lifetime, just lifetimes. For others of you, you're about to marry your best friend. For others of you, you're about to start sharing your life with the person who of all people gets you. And I'm talking about even better than your mama. You know what I mean? For many of you, you are about to come into union with someone that completes you in ways that you never did imagine. Matter of fact, it is better than you imagine. Come through. They could be named Robert or they could be named her. I don't know. They go by the binary, right? Non-binary, her. That's not non-binary. Shabote man. He, her, them. That's what I'm hearing. Her, them. All they're showing me pronouns, so I don't know. Y'all know what to do with those pronouns. But my point is, what's the message? Yes, you're coming into union with your true love, and that's for those of you who the wait is over. The wait is over. The wait is over. The wait is over. And that's the and how do I know that? Why do I say that? And I can't get past that they have retreat twice. Y'all know, those of you who have watched me for a while, you know I have 2 of these decks, and I just put them together to make one big fat deck. So it's always a real treat when the cards come out and they repeat. But look, both retreats came out. Isn't that something? As I'm saying, somebody left somebody to let you. If there was a love situation or something it doesn't. If it's not love for you, somebody left a relationship, then it is definitely they stopped doing something they didn't want to do anymore. They stopped driving, they stopped walking, they stopped running, they stopped teaching, they stopped coaching, they stopped doing something that was like and maybe they were even let go of doing, and because they didn't have courage to like put the notice in. But whatever it is, somebody might have been fired, and this just sent them into this journey, and they ran into you. All right, they ran into you. You guys ran into each other after very significant events that happened in your lives individually. All right, you guys, let's take 3 cards from here, and we're gonna get out of here. All right. Shandabasu. Ushanda Basa. 2 cards want to come out. They're going to stop hiding. A lot of you are going to get more information, more communication, more clarity come out of the confusion, decision-making time. This is a change. Number 11 and number 40. Okay, those might mean something to you. Some of the circus might be a sync for some of you. In particular, a clown. Something about a clown in the circus. All right, but also the Mardi Gras or Louisiana is a sync. Also Shreveport. I'm hearing Pontchartrain or Rabasanda Basanda Ebo Shanda. I'm hearing Ward 9. Okay. All right, not Ward 9. No, Ward 9 and 9th Ward. Ward 9, I'm here because somebody is Ishamando Rabba in therapy, behavioral therapy, therapist. You work on Ward 9, Rabba shift 9. Something, there's a 9 here that keeps wanting to come out. So 9999999. 9999999. I don't know why I said 99. That also is no in German, I think. Or no, 9. All right, so somebody say no, 99999. That's what I'm hearing. But but there's going to be clarity coming out here. This means somebody's wearing a mask, something's being hidden. Somebody's not showing their true face, not being true to themselves, not being authentic with that card. But this one is a card of change. This card also can represent having an argument with a two-faced person. Maybe there's an argument that happened because somebody was two-faced or backstabbing. Maybe there's a betrayal here or something about betrayal. Maybe somebody found out that somebody had two. You know what I mean? Somebody might have talked about it. There was gossip about it, caused an argument, caused some kind of breakdown, break up, break in. I don't know. Somebody might have broken in and heard something, broken in and heard something, broken through a conversation and said something. Yeah. All right. One more card from here and we're going to go. I appreciate you guys being here. Boop. This is decision-making time. Choose ye this day who you gonna serve. You know what I mean? This is also, look at that, the rite of passage. Remember I said that it felt like a wedding? Now picture this. The red carpet going up this staircase, and there's two ways to go. One door leads to marriage, motherhood is what I'm hearing. The other door leads to that spiritual maturity and walking so much into your purpose. So there's portals. Doors represent access. Doors represent openings. Doors represent beginnings, new starts. And so again, two things are opening up for you with this person. That's my Quinceñara revelation. That there's two things that are being made available to you right now. There's a rite of passage, and there's also a celebration about you being ready for love, ready. I just saw an apple being plucked off the tree. Maybe that's what Eve was doing when she pulled that fruit off that tree and she took that bite. She said, I'm ready to see it all. I'm ready to take the journey through the good and the bad. But I know I love you, Adam. Hey, Shamada. I'm ready to take. So she bit the apple. Her eyes were open and she said, okay, I'm ready to go through this with the ups and the downs. As I recall, she lost her sons. As I recall, she went through a lot. Because the enemy was mad at her. Robo Shanda, right? Isn't that how the story goes? So anyway, I'm going to leave it right there. I don't want to get too deep in that because I'll start all over. I appreciate you guys spending a little time with me. I hope you have messages that encourage you. I hope y'all got something out of this word. Okay, this is a very good message to me, and I know it's for the collective. I could not wait to share this with you. So thank you so much for being here. Book me. Go to my website. Check me out. There's some videos on there that you can buy. If you can't, you don't have to worry about my time zone. You can watch the videos anytime you want. I have a series, Fix My Purpose Driven Life. If you need to find and understand your passion, why were you even born for now anyway? You know, what am I doing here anyway? That's a video. I have a video for you for that. I'll do it personally for you. You just order that. Just anyway, go to my website, TheDivineMaverick.com. And I appreciate you guys being here. Sign up for my mailing list, and you can keep up with what we're doing, because I'm about to do a conference with y'all. I'm thinking it's the end of July. It may be the middle of August, but I'm shooting for the end of July. So I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about getting to know you a little bit better. All right. Until we meet again, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Mwah. Bye.